Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is MS Collections. I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you for watching. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to make a fitted 6 pieces blouse. Okay, and this is a very simple method I've been using and it has worked for me over time. Okay, so the first thing I have here is my princess cut pattern. Okay, so the only difference with this pattern is that I just added 2 inches after the half cut. Okay, so after the half cut, add just 2 inches, downwards. Okay, and you're good to go. So what I'm going to do is I folded my fabric and I placed my pattern on it, and then measuring the remaining part of my blouse length. Okay, so whatever your blouse length is, after you've calculated whatever is remaining, you're going to measure from that point. So my the remaining part of my blouse length, I'll need 10 inches. That's plus allowance inclusive. Now the next thing I'm going to do, what I'm doing right now, is to mark 1.5 inch extra from my pattern, the end of my pattern. So my pattern, as you can see, the width there is 3 inches, so I added 1.5 inch, making 4.5 inches, and then I'm connecting, as you can see me do. I'm just making sure that the line is not sharp, so I'm just curving the edges. And because it's a fitted blouse, that's why I'm using just 1.5 inch extra allowance. So the next thing, I went up by 1 inch just to have that curve. It's not nice if your 6 piece blouse is having pointed edges at the end, so you need this curve to ensure that it is well curved, it is nicely curved. Now, like I was saying earlier, because it's a fitted blouse, I added just 1.5 inch extra to get my flay, to get that flay extension you can see in the picture. If you want a flayed 6 pieces blouse, maybe a 6 pieces blouse that will flay more, you can add 4 inches, 5 inches, as much as you like. So all you have to do is, after you've marked off your pattern, make sure that the pattern carries all the allowances, all the seam allowances you would need. Okay, so you can cut conveniently. So the figure you have at the end of the pattern, you just go ahead and add extra, determine what you want to add as your extra. If the extra is 4 inches, it means you're going to be saying 3 plus 4, that's 7. So you're going to mark 7 inches, and you're going to extend your flay from that point. I hope it's well understood. Okay, so this is it, and do not forget that the, do not forget the length of the flay you are adding, to complete the blouse length. Like for this tutorial, I earlier said I used 10 inches. Okay, so I'll be adding 10 inches length to my side piece pattern as well. Okay, so then the next thing you do is just to cut off the same pattern you have plus the extensions you've added. Just cut it off and you're good to go. Trust me guys, I've been using this method for as long as I've been sewing, and it has always come out great, and so easy. The calculations are a little bit less than what you have on the web, so it's been so convenient and it has always given me the best results. So go ahead and cut, as you can see me do. And this curve I made at the end, just to avoid the flay points from shooting out. Feel free, after you join the blouse, before turning the lining, inspect the end of the blouse. If the edges are still pointing out, feel free to shape them to your desired curve. Okay, you want the curves to look nice and not look so sharp and pointed. So if you're new to the channel, please do well to like and subscribe. I always drop amazing videos. Okay, so don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you get notified when I drop new videos. And if you have any questions, you can drop them in the comment section. If you have any comments, compliments, you can drop them in the comment section and I'll attend to them. Okay, so the next thing, I have my side piece, as you can see. And then remember I said I was adding extra 1.5 inch. I was using it to extend my flame. Now for this side piece, you're going to add that 1.5 inch on both sides. Okay, now let's assume the width of this side pattern, let's just assume you have it as 8 inches. You're going to add 1.5 inch on both sides. 1.5 plus 2 plus 1.5, I'm sorry, makes it 3 inches. So you're going to say 8 plus 3, that's 11, and that will be the width of your fabric. Okay, I hope it's well understood. So I placed my pattern such that I'll add that 1.5 on both sides, and then I'll extend the flay on both sides. Now, like I earlier said in the tutorial, if you want the flay to be more, let's say you are using 4 or 5 inches, you add them on both sides for this side piece. Okay, you're going to add them on both sides, and then you go ahead, extend your flay, make sure that it's not sharp, make sure that you have your curves in place, and then you go ahead and come up by 1 inch or 1.5 inch, depending on how curvy you want it to be, on both sides as well. Okay, and then curve it, as you can see. Very simple. And then you go ahead and cut your fabric according to your pattern. Okay, so this is it, guys. This is it for the front piece, and I'll show you how it looks like after I've cut the center piece and the side pieces. Yeah, remember I'm folding my fabric into two, so of course I'm reproducing the entire front piece together. So I have two side pieces, and then I have my center piece, and this is what it looks like, everything well aligned. Can you see that, guys? Yes, so this is what it will look like. And I'll go ahead and fold my fabric for my back piece. Now just pick the front piece, the center piece, and then just place, leaving your zip allowance. I'm going ahead to confirm my zip allowance. And then yes, so when you have it in place, you have your fabric in place, you're basically going to cut the same shape. The only thing will be you have to um, insert your back deep. So I normally insert my back deep the at about 1.5 to 2 inches after the half cut. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. Then you subtract 1/2 inch. So for length, 1.5 to 2 inches after your half cut is fine. Then going by half of an inch and then just blend it. It's going to look like a dart, okay, like the shape of the dart rather. So my back dip is in place, and then go ahead and mark your desired neckline. Be careful so that you don't cut the same neckline as the front. That if you desire a different neckline, okay? So then I am going ahead to cut, and when I'm cutting, you see that extended part of my center piece that carries the bust. I'm just going to fold it inwards so that my back center piece does not come with a bust. Okay, so that's what I just did, just to remove that bust part, and go ahead and cut out other um every other part of the pattern, and then of course create my neckline and cut as well. Okay, this is it for the center piece for the back, and like I said, it's very simple. So take note that this center piece is divided. The front piece wasn't divided, okay, it was folded into two but not divided, but this center piece is divided because of the zipper allowance. So I'm done cutting. The next thing is to move over to my side piece, and then I'm going to carry my side piece for the front and still place on another fabric, as you can see here. And this is just a little technical, but trust me, it's very easy. So now what I'm going to do is to use my front piece, the curve for my back piece rather, the my center back piece. Okay, that's what I placed. So I'm going to cut the side piece exactly. Okay, every other thing is going to be exact, except that I'm going to exclude the bust. Yes, because my front side piece has a bust shape. So the only thing is my back piece does not need that bust. So I'm going to cut everything exact. Then when I get to that bust part, I'm going to stop. You can see I folded that bust inside. So I will stop, and then I will place my back center piece align it, and then I'll take out the front piece. Now as you can see, yes, I took that out, and then I will cut it to be the same shape with my back center piece. It's very simple, guys. Trust me, this is a method that has been very convenient for me, and you see I have everything just fitting in perfectly. So just ensure that you exclude the bust when you're cutting the back side piece, and everything is ready. Now I'm going over to cut this on my lace, and somewhere along the video it wasn't captured. I also used the satin fabric to as lining. So it means it means I cut double. Okay, I recut everything I've cut. I cut another the lining on the satin fabric, and then I cut it on the lace as well, because the lace was going to be placed the first satin I cut was going to be placed on the lace. I'm going ahead to mark the areas where I'll be putting my breast pad, and I went ahead to, put my breast pad. So that's the side I'll be putting my breast pad. For the front, I'll put my breast pad in this area, and then down the pattern as you see later in the video, I used a gum stay. Okay, a soft or paper gum stay is preferable. um I prefer using a soft or paper gum stay than anything harder, except the occasion or style demands. Okay, so off camera, I went ahead to place my lace on my first satin fabric, and then I joined them. Okay, so now you can see the lace is placed on the satin fabric, and on the satin fabric I added my gum stay just downwards. I didn't add it upwards. If you want to add it upwards, fine, but for me, I just needed the down to be firm, a little bit firm, so I did it just downwards. Place your lace and then go ahead and join. Now you can see after I joined, I notched at the allowance and ironed it open so that everything will lie flat. And then I have the lining. This is the other satin I cut for the lining. I joined it as well, and I'll also iron the allowances open and go ahead and turn the neck. Now I did the same thing for the front, which I'll be showing us in the video. Okay, do not forget to shorten your lining. It's very important. Now after you join the lining, which is the second satin fabric I use for the lining, I also shortened my lining. Okay, as you can see, I shortened my lining by 3/4 inches. Now it's depending on how much allowance you left to shorten. If you left an allowance that will enable you shorten by 1 inch or less, go ahead, but make sure you join the fabric first. You join the lining first before you shorten the lining. Okay, so that when you turn the pieces together, you won't have excess lining bulging out. Now this is my front piece. I turned it already. This is my breast pad, and then I put the soft gum downwards. I will still go ahead and iron it off camera, iron all the allowances open, and for the bust part I'll iron it on a breast bulb so that I don't lose my bust shape. But this is what it looks like. The lining was shortened. I turned the neck, I hemmed the down, and when I bring it out, you see this is it. It's hemmed, the neck is hemmed, the down is turned. I brought it out through the armhole, and everything was looking so neat and in place. Okay, guys, like I was saying, thank you for always stopping by. If you're new to the channel, do not forget to like, do not forget to share and subscribe to my channel. Okay, because I always drop amazing content. Okay, so this is it, guys. What is left here is to iron. Make sure you iron this carefully, and since it's a lace, it's advisable you iron with a steam iron, or you iron with a fabric underneath. Okay, so can you see that? Yes, can you see that? Yeah, everything is neatly turned and in place. Okay, so next up, I've gone ahead to join the front pieces and the back piece together. So I joined the shoulder and I shaped the blouse, and the zipper allowance was closed. Now can you see that even without putting it on the client, my back dip is very visible. So everything is neat and well turned, so you can see, yes, this is what it looks like bringing it out. This is what it looks like, very nice and simple. All that is left for me will be to fix my sleeve. Okay, so yes, so this is it. Our blouse is ready. It's a fitted six piece blouse. Okay, so that's it. And this is the sleeve. So I went ahead to shape the sleeve, and I'll fix and show you what it looks like on the mannequin. Yes, our blouse is ready and it's all ready. Can you see that everything is neat and in place? Now, let me just note that after you, if you're making yours a fitted blouse, okay, and just in case you added the allowance, like I used 1.5 inch somewhere along the tutorial. I also made sure that that 1.5 inch was able to accommodate the hip of my client. Please ensure that your allowance is able to accommodate the hip. Just in case your client's hip is way more, okay, use the hip and make with a little bit of allowance so that the blouse sits in. So always confirm at the end of your blouse that the hip of the client will be well captured inside without any inconveniences. So this is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye.